Okay, I'm back again with another video. Change. Change. Every small positive change we can make in ourselves repay us in confidence in the future. Alice Walker. Let's get it. Today we have a why? Welcome. Why no one accept us for who we are or what we want to be? There's always someone to, you know. Anyway, welcome back again. I'm trying to be consistent with YouTube. And I'm so happy to be here to share my thoughts with you. I had a comment in my other video, and I was thinking about it. And I thought about this to create this video about changes, growth, respect. So let's start. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, give me a little support. When you like my video, share my video, YouTube see it as a gift. It's a gift from YouTube. So the young lady in the comment was saying that she was working in a nursing home as a CNA, and she's going to be, in a couple months, she'll be an RN. Just a simple response to my video. And I was thinking, because a lot of people don't know this, and I wanted to bring it up. Your role as a CNA, or if you're an LPN and you're in school and you think that you're going to get the job where you work, it's not possible. And if you do, here's what's going to happen. Let's get into it. My friends, I'm going to be honest with you. When I became an RN, my peers did not accept me. I was never a CNA, so I'm just going to try to put it in and use an example for me as an LPN. So I work at this nursing home as an LPN. I think when I was in school for RN, I would work every weekend because they had weekend program, and I still would get my benefit. It's a little story time mixed with some information. And everybody knew that I was going to school for RN. It was a challenge, and raising a family. And they would just, some of the nurses who were already RN, they would just discourage me. And what I find that what I should have did was not tell anybody I'm going to school. I thought I would get the support. But I kept saying this. Keep your business to yourself. Rule number 1. Don't let anyone know. I want you to think about. It's going to cause a friction. And it did, because you can't control your friends. And I'm be honest, I had several things that happened in terms of, but we're friends. And when you have to, when you're placed in a supervisory role and you have to discipline your friends, it's going to be difficult. And if you never did it before, you know the rule. CNA, sometimes, I'm going to be honest, they're hard to control. And now you and I, we were sitting in the laundry room together talking and chit chat and talk about what's going on when I become a RN, this and that, and now you a RN. You ain't sitting in the laundry room anymore. You sitting at the desk, and your friend want to come there and sit with you and chit chat, and you have a lot of work, and you gotta tell them, back off. It caused a lot of resentment, to the point I felt like I couldn't work where I was working for so long. I had to find another nursing home to work at where nobody knows me. I'm just starting out. They know me as an RN because now you're the CNA supervisor. You're going to be supervising your friend, and you can't play favoritism because everybody knows. They're not going to give you the respect that you deserve. Respect is hard to come by in nursing anyway, but there's a level of respect you're going to have to be back off. You can't be friendly. It's, some people may say that it's okay to be friends. It's okay. I can be your friends. We can party, but when we at work, we act professional. That's what. It's easy said than done. And I've been in that situation. Easy, and you may feel like, oh, I got my bestie, my BFF, I'm working. She's my go-to person. Now you her boss. And she know all your personal. If you can keep it when you're at home, the personal there, but there's a level. It's a tricky situation. That's all I'm saying. It's just tricky. Because now you're the boss. So when you say, hey, Amy, get Miss Jones, she's wet, can you take care of her? She may think that you should do the job. She's looking at you as a friend. She's not listening to you. She's not doing her job because you got her back. And now you got to step away and say, this is where it has to separate. And there may be times that you have to write her up. So you got to think about all these things. I'm not saying you shouldn't be friends. Everybody has somebody they talk to. Now, you were talking to her, you probably was close, know everything about your life, and it can be a little, like I said, I use the word tricky because it's tricky to supervise your friends. I remember when I had my agency, and most of them was my friends. You think that they were going to support you, and a lot of times I had to step in because 1 minute before time to go in for the shift, they would say, oh, I'm not feeling good. I won't be in. And so I had to go in to fill that slot because, working for the VA, having a contract with the VA hospital is critical because any little thing, they'll just cancel it. And I needed it because I was a single mom. So I would go in and work that shift that my friend said, oh, I can't. But the reality is, now that I'm a travel nurse, I understand why they did that. See, the reality with nursing is, nurses you might think you're paying them the highest pay. Somebody else will pay them $1 more or even 50 cents more, and they'll leave you and go with that person. There's no loyalty in nursing. So, and that's what they do, they job hopping. And I realized that because I was doing the same thing, so I couldn't knock it. But this was the business, and then it becomes like your friends resent you, and then you don't have that friendship no more. It's just like the friend when we both went into RN, and we went to the interview, and I said, let's continue. this RN. Let's continue. We're going to do this together. And she didn't, and I went on. I haven't spoke to her ever since, and it wasn't by choice. So you have to be mindful. Rule number 2, just be prepared to move on. Another thing that the hospital or the nursing home may not hire you. Don't assume that because you've been working there for many years and now you became an RN and you passed your board and you let them know, they may not hire you. Not because they don't like you, because if they didn't and they're writing you up, they would let you go. You have to think that maybe there's not a spot for you. It would have been ideal for you to work where you know the routine and just move up as a supervisor. You know what the supervisor do because you watch them. You're going to be in that shoes. So maybe they don't have a spot, so you have to move on. And it's a good thing. Think of it as a good thing. Every new adventure. If I'm sometimes scared when I go out for travel sometimes, but I look at it as an adventure, a learning experience. I'm going to meet all these great new people. And I develop all these friends. I don't have any friends really in Atlanta. I have friends all in every state. They may end up in Atlanta. I have friends. But what I'm trying to tell you is, don't get discouraged. I know a lot of new grads, they automatically assume that where they working, maybe they were preceptor, CNA / tech in the hospital setting, and it was, oh my, after I graduate, I'm going to get a job, and they get upset or feel some kind of way. Why didn't the hospital hire me? They might not have a position for you because you have to think. They still thinking about that you're going to leave. They spend all this money on you, and then when you get your years of experience, some people don't even work. Some new grads don't even wait for a year. They just keep looking. 6 months, they gone to the next best thing. So there's no loyalty. But if you want to make this work, find another nursing home where nobody know you and start your journey. If you still want to work where you've been working for years as a CNA and you move up, be prepared for these things to happen, because I guarantee you, dealing with your peers, now you're their boss, there is going to be trial and tribulation, and you're going to be going home frustrated. And that's being honest. I can't sugarcoat it, because it will happen. It will happen. Because now you're in tune, because you're going to have nurses breathing down your back. Ain't that your friend? And why is she at the nurse's station? And why is she at the cart every 5 minutes talking to you? You can't even do your work because you just talking about what you're going to do this weekend. So you're going to have to do something about that. The manager is watching you and everything. And then she's going to get upset. And then the friendships start. And it's the fact. And so, I'm not going to stay long. I just want you to be mindful. And there's several reasons why the hospital that you work may not hire you. But one of the reasons that you should think positive, maybe they don't have the position there at the nursing home for you. So you just keep on rolling until you get it, because you will get a job. If you can remember one thing about this video, something to carry away with, is that now you're in the boss position. That's your friend. Friendship is second. When you go out with your friend after work, drinking, or any other thing, partying, you can't talk about who you're going to fire, who is this? You can't stand this person. Everything that you say from now on with your friend that you think and you have authority over her is going to come back to haunt you. There's a level of keeping your character and your credibility safe. I don't go out drinking with my coworkers. I've gone to restaurant and everything. I can handle it. I know how to act. So you may think because it's your close friends, I'm just going to leave you a secret. Guess who's going to get fired tomorrow? And you think that she's going to keep that secret because we're friends. You letting her get over people seeing it, but you're not seeing it because you think it's your friend. And I'm being honest with you. That same person may have a little resentment, and you can even say it. Oh, you're gonna buy me my dinner or whatever, things like that. So you gotta be very careful. Don't discuss employees with your friend at any time. It doesn't matter if you're their boss or not. Don't discuss it because it's always come back to haunt you. In terms of, I don't even have to talk about relationship because people know what goes on if it turns sour. You also might want to start real early with your newfound friend or with your long-term friend, your BFF, whatever you call it. Early. Set the tone. Yeah, I'm going to continue working there. And now I'm an RN. I got my license. And this is the boundary that you're going to set with your friend. Don't flaunt your friend to your coworkers. So set that boundary real early with your friend so there won't be any problems. And some people will respect you for that. That's what I wanted to leave with you. Have a wonderful day or night in your state or your country.